Merhaba everyone and welcome back to my channel, or just welcome if you are new here. So in today's video, I am building a house for a small family in the woodsy area in Brindleton Bay. It is the world that comes with the expansion pack, Cats and Dogs. The house ends up having a cottagey feel to it with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The bedrooms turned out being very small, with one of them having an ensuite and another one being the garage that I converted into a bedroom. Now, as you can see, the shell of the house came together fairly quickly. I didn't have much planned for it except that I knew that I didn't want it to be a big house. At first, I wanted to use a cold color palette of blues and grays and the likes, and that's also including the roofing, windows, pillars, and all other decorative elements on the outside. But after painting the house and after I started detailing some of the exterior, I didn't like the vibe it was giving off. I felt like it was looking really cold and it wasn't suiting a home for a family. So I switched off everything to the deeper, richer brown swatch of the wood that comes in the base game. And I used one of the roof textures that came with the Escape expansion pack. To be honest, this is one of my favorite swatches for roofing in the game. I feel like with the later Sims packs, textures and color palettes have improved like significantly. Now I know that the base game came almost 9 years ago and that technology has developed since, but still I appreciate the fact that the team listens to the community and that they give us what we want and ask for, even if it takes them time. Now I want to apologize for not showing how I did the backside of the house, like the back porch and putting in windows and everything. I thought I was recording at the time, but it turned out I wasn't. I used base game windows and doors for the exterior, except in one of the bedrooms because I wanted to add like a sneaking out option. Because in my mind, the children of the house were a couple of teenagers. I also used pillars from the live edit menu of Getting Together, the big stony white ones, and added them as the base of the wooden pillars in the front and the back. The floor plan also came about really quickly. Now, that doesn't mean it is a perfect floor plan, and that's why I decided to call the house an imperfect family home. On the first floor, I have an entrance with a staircase that goes to the second floor, an open space living, dining room thing, a kitchen, and the garage. And on the second floor, there are the other 2 bedrooms and both bathrooms. I also know it doesn't make sense to have both bathrooms upstairs, but again, this was the whole concept of the build. I wanted it to have mistakes that make it feel like it is an actual house that the family who live in had to change and adapt it to fit their needs. Now, once the floor plan was done and I finished all the wall coverings and flooring, I started to landscape the front yard of the house. I like to do that normally so I can see if I like the vibe of the house or not. I mainly use debug landscaping from Cottage Living because I think it is one of the best packs that has the best landscaping items, especially from the debug menu. They are very structured and the graphics on them I think are really nice. I didn't want the landscaping to be overgrown or structured. I just wanted it to work and look somehow natural and have some flowers in it. I also added some small patches of grass along the edges of the foundation and the stairs just to give more dimension and depth to the build. I also added a couple of chairs on the front porch and some planters for gameplay. Once I decided that I liked what I was looking at on the outside, I started with the inside. Only problem was that I had no idea what style I wanted to go for on the inside. I just knew I wanted the garage to be the bedroom of one of the kids, and I didn't want the inside of the house, like the interior of the house, to be either modern or traditional. Like I wanted to mix and match stuff. And now for the family backstory portion of the video. The family in my mind is made up of a mom, a dad, and 2 teenagers, a boy and a girl. In my mind, the couple met when they were young and and became high school sweethearts. When they got older, they got married and moved to Brindleton Bay. They knew that they wanted a small family, just one kid. But fate intervened, and when Selma, the mom, got pregnant, she gave birth to twins. When they were younger, the kids shared their room upstairs, but as they grew older and each started to develop their own personalities, the boy asked his parents to convert the garage into a bedroom and move there so he and his sister can both have their privacy. Eric, the boy, teenager, is an athlete who takes his high school career very seriously. He hopes to get a scholarship to Foxbury Institute to study physical education. Sarah, on the other hand, the teenager, is a troublemaker who doesn't look it. She still has no idea what she wants to do and be when she grows up. That is, if she even wants to go to the university. She is interested in fashion and blogs about style and trends. She even has her own profile on Trendy and Sims purchase her styles. She has a tendency to sneak out at night and meet up with her friends to go to raves and parties. Henry is the father of the house. He is a writer, probably a freelance writer. I see him as a freelance writer who works from home mostly. And Salma is a housewife who likes to take care of the house, of her family, cooks, bakes, and that sort of thing. So basically, kind of a traditional family. If you want to get the house and the family in your game, they are already on the gallery. My EA ID is nerdypandayt. You can download them and play with them. And if you don't feel like it, you don't even have to follow my storyline. You can redecorate the house. Just don't re-upload and claim as your own. Just that. And if you do download and play with them and want to share pictures of your gameplay, please tag me at nerdypanda on Instagram. I would love to see that and maybe share it, reshare it, repost. Now, going back to the build, as you can see, I already finished converting the garage and the kitchen. I kept the vibe of the garage by having the floor and the walls on the inside concrete and lowered the platform so it could be flat with the outside ground. Since the house is on a foundation, sorry, it didn't make much sense to me that if they wanted to park a car inside the garage, they had to go up 4 steps. I also used the mural item that comes with City Living because it is a garage door. It is not functional and doesn't open, of course, because we have no garages and no cars in the game, but it just shows that the room is supposed to be a garage, so it's basically just for the illusion of it. The kitchen isn't a big one, and the workstation is really small, but to be honest, I feel like for a house this size, the kitchen is perfect, especially that I was able to fit all the necessary appliances as well as a four-seater dining table. For the living room, living dining open room, I would say, as you can see, there are a lot of mixed wood tones. In my mind, the house was furnished gradually with the pieces being bought from different stores or markets at different times. So I used the couch from the high school expansion pack with the armchairs from the knitting stuff pack because I felt that the swatches of these two items went together nicely. And both items also look very cozy with the blankets and the pillows that look like they are thrown on them. I also placed a fireplace, a bar, and a chess table. The dining area is honestly very simple. I just used the round table that comes from, I want to say, Jungle Adventure. I'm gonna have to check again though. And I paired it with the chairs that come with the Seasons expansion pack. Now, because I didn't want the back of the couch to be the first thing visitors see when they enter this room, I tried to make a console table using 2 tables from the Get to Work expansion pack and lowering one of them using the tool mod into the floor. I cluttered them with some books, some pillows, and some other things, and added a tea tray on the top table to make it functional. In the entrance, I just placed a chest of drawers with a mirror and some picture frames on the wall. The frames come with the Moschino stuff pack, and I left them empty because I thought that depending on how you want to play your game, you could fill them with your own snapshots that you take during gameplay. The computer I placed in the entrance is the only one in the entire house, and I made sure to place it in front of the window so that whoever uses it gets inspired from looking out into nature. The upstairs bedrooms are both the same size. The one at the front of the house ends up being the parents' bedroom. I used one of the bedroom sets that came with the high school years expansion pack. But since the wall at the headboard of the bed looked somehow plain and empty, I decided to change that wallpaper to two base game ones that are the industrial concretey looking ones. I think they come in the masonry wallpaper category in the catalog. This instantly changed the entire vibe of the room, especially after I placed the wooden beams that came with the eco lifestyle and some picture frames from cats and dogs. The girls' bedroom is at the back of the house because I have the sneaking out windows with a platform on the exterior of this side of the house. The bedroom set that I used in this room also came with the high school expansion pack. I decided to go for the pink art deco set because I felt it suited the teenager's personality better, being a girly girl who is into fashion and that sort of thing. This room also has its own bathroom, which I decorated very simply. It has a shower because I decided to put the shower tub combo in the bigger bathroom, the one that is for the whole family. I tried to make my own vanity using one of the desks that goes well with this set and placing a mirror on its back wall. And as you saw, I used a rug and rotated it using the tool mod to make it stand up. I placed it on the wall behind the headboard on the bed to make it look like a painted mural instead of having the wall just plain white and boring. In case you didn't know, Tool is a mod by Twisted Maxi, and it honestly is a must-have for every Sims builder. It allows you the freedom to rotate, elevate, and even scale objects in a way that the game won't allow. I always have it linked down in the description below in case you would like to download it and place it in your game. The upstairs landing just has a small poof and a console table. Now, all that's left from the video is fixing and finishing the exterior of the house. Now, I do the same simple natural landscaping that I did at the front. I do the same at the back of the house and place the ladder that allows the sneaking out option for the kids. I put a couple of couches on the porch downstairs and a couple of boho chairs from high school years on the flat part of the roof that is directly above the porch. In the yard, I place a picnic table and a barbecue and parked a family car at the front of the house in front of the garage. Now, if you like this video and like this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe for more. It would really help me out. And let me know what you think of this house and the family and their backstory in the comments down below. Now, until next time, stay nerdy, stay happy, bye!